There is a child inside many of us who is still waiting to be chosen, waiting to be understood, waiting to hear the words, "You belong." For me, that waiting began in foster care. Like many foster children, I wondered where I would sleep next, who would care for me, and whether anyone would truly see me as a child worthy of love. Eventually, foster care ended. I grew older, I built a career, I found purpose, I wrote a memoir. From the outside, it looked like I had moved on, but healing taught me something important. Leaving foster care and finding belonging are not the same journey. Many people who've never experienced foster care know this feeling too. Perhaps you waited to be accepted in your family. Perhaps you searched for your place in school. Maybe you entered a workplace hoping someone would believe in you. Or perhaps you spent years wondering if you even mattered. The longing to belong is part of being human. Today I'd like to share 4 lessons that transform my understanding of belonging, not only as someone who experienced foster care, but as someone who discovered that healing is possible. When people think about foster care, they often imagine a child waiting for a permanent home. What they don't always see is that the waiting can continue long after childhood ends. You may leave the system, you may earn degrees, build a career, raise a family, accomplish meaningful things. Yet somewhere inside, a younger version of yourself may still be asking, "Am I enough?" For years, I believed belonging was something someone else would eventually give me. If I worked harder, if I achieved more, if I became successful enough, perhaps then I would finally feel accepted. But belonging doesn't arrive as a reward for achievement. Healing begins when we stop pretending that the early wounds never existed. It begins when we acknowledge the child who waited and gently tell them they no longer have to carry that burden alone. Our past may shape us, but it does not have to define our future. Healing seldom happens all at once. More often, it begins with one person, one teacher, one mentor, one counselor, one trusted friend, someone who chooses to see beyond our circumstances. Throughout my life, I have been blessed by people who believed in me when I struggled to believe in myself. They reminded me that my worth was never determined by where I began. Those moments changed me, because being seen is one of the greatest gifts we can offer another person. As leaders, parents, friends, neighbors, colleagues, we may never fully understand someone's story, but we can create spaces where people feel safe enough to tell it. Sometimes healing begins not because someone solved our problems, but because someone silently communicated, "I see you, you matter, you belong here." Those simple moments can change the direction of a life. For many years, I searched for belonging in places, in accomplishments, in approval, in the hope that the next success would finally fill what had always felt missing. Instead, I discovered something unexpected. Purpose creates a different kind of home. Education became part of my healing. Leadership became part of my healing. Writing became part of my healing. Sharing my story became part of my healing. Founding Rise and Resilience gave me the opportunity to help others discover strength in their own stories. My memoir, Forever a Foster Child, was never just about looking backward. It was about reaching forward, toward every reader who's ever questioned their worth, toward every survivor learning that their past does not determine their future. Purpose didn't erase my history, but it transformed it. The experiences that once caused pain became opportunities to encourage others, and that changed everything. Perhaps the greatest surprise in healing is this. One day, you realize you have become the very person you spent your childhood searching for. The child who longed for encouragement now encourages others. The child who wanted someone to listen now listens with compassion. The child who searched for hope now shares hope everywhere they go. That doesn't mean our wounds disappear. Healing isn't forgetting. Healing is choosing not to let the pain have the final word. Every conversation, every act of kindness, every encouraging message, every opportunity to serve someone else becomes another way of saying, you belong. Leadership is not simply about guiding people towards success. It's about helping people believe that they matter. When we create environments where others feel seen, valued, and respected, we give them something many have been searching for their entire lives. We give them belonging. Sometimes I imagine speaking to the little girl I once was, the child who wondered if anyone would ever come, the child who carried uncertainty from one place to another, the child who hoped tomorrow might be different. I would kneel beside her, take her hand, and gently say, you don't know it yet, but one day your story will become someone else's hope. One day the pain you're carrying will become compassion. One day the questions you're asking will become wisdom that you share with others. One day you will discover that belonging was never something you had to learn. Belonging isn't the end of the story. It's the beginning of living fully. When we finally believe we belong, we stop asking the world to validate our worth. Instead, we begin creating places where others feel they belong too. Your life has always had value. You have always mattered, and one day you will help other people believe that about themselves. That is the gift of healing. Not that we forget where we have been, but that we choose to transform our experiences into hope for someone else. Because every person longs for the same simple truth, to be seen, to be accepted, to know they belong. If this message resonated with you, I hope you'll share it with someone who may need this reminder today. And wherever you are on your journey, remember this: you are more than your past. You are more than your circumstances. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of hope. And you belong. Thank you for joining me today. Until next time, keep rising, keep healing, and remember, your story can become a source of strength for someone else.